Good morning, Dan from Rhubarb Car Sales. Welcome back to another video. This is only Saturday morning, so I only uploaded the previous video last night where we picked up the Orion. Just had a test drive on me low mileage Fiesta this morning. And yeah, nice test drive. I love the car, but usual case of it's first one we've seen. We've got another one to go look at that's slightly cheaper but higher miles. I did say I could do this one cheaper. I said the only way I can do it cheaper though is by leaving the scrape down the back bumper and taking it with the MOT as it is, because it's got MOT till July next year. I said, so, you know, I said if price is an issue and you're happy with the car as it is, we can do something on price. I said, but if you want the bumper and the MOT doing, then obviously I can't do everything. I'll have to stick to price. And she understood that. She said, yeah, that's fine. I understand that. So I've said, go away, have a look at the other one, and just, you know, keep in touch over the weekend. Hopefully it's not as good as this one. But the Orion earning its keep already, because she absolutely loved the Orion. She straight away she went, how much is the Orion? She'd have bought it. Honestly, she would have bought the Orion. She went, oh, I said, oh, that's mine. I just bought it yesterday. She said, I absolutely love it. You know, my husband had one. I had XR2Is. I had RS turbos. So, what a beauty. Honestly, the attention I've had in that already. Just people pulling up at lights and taking pictures and pointing and stuff. Oh, it just gets so much attention. It's absolutely lovely. Dad loved it. Girls love it. My wife don't love it, but everybody else seems to do. Somebody on the video, yes, I didn't show you inside too much, did I? I was a bit hungry when I was finishing that video off yesterday. Let me grab the keys just a sec. Yeah, I was in a real kerfuffle yesterday. My head were all over the place. Rich were just laughing at me. I was losing keys. I was forgetting what I was doing. I was just so distracted yesterday, but it was all just picking this up, I suppose, and then I wanting to kind of enjoy it and go down and see my dad, but people were coming and talking to me, and I just constantly got distracted yesterday. I've messaged the lad that I bought it from and I sent him a YouTube video, so he were over the moon to see it on YouTube as well. So yeah, I love the old seats. They look like bus seats, don't they? All the door cards. I wish I could send the smell to you down my phone, because it just proper smells of 90s nostalgia. Back seats, blue carpet, Ford rubber mats. There's a little bit of, I need a new carpet for the boot, which I can't find, or it's, you know, I can't, not instantly found a rubber boot mat either, but that's the airbox, so I'm going to get an air filter for that and put the original airbox on, because it's got a K&N filter on, but I think somebody's had a jerry can in here, and which has burnt through the carpet. The floors are solid, but unfortunately it's gone through that carpet and it's burnt the paint as well on the floors, which is a shame. But I'll get that tidied up. But they are solid. You know, you look in the corners. This side's perfect. It's just whatever. I think we've had a petrol can in there and spilt petrol. See what I mean? That side's lovely, and it's got the alloy in there. I've got this arch here. So that arch has been touched in. So I'm going to get the paint on that next week, and we're going to get that better. But so somebody on the comments last night were asking about the underneath, so it's all been wax oiled underneath. Let's put new shockers on there. So yeah, it's nice and clean underneath. Like I say, it has just got 12 months test on. He sent me a video of it as well before he wax oiled it, just to prove that it weren't rotten. So yeah, honestly, absolutely chuffed to bits with it. And I think I said on yesterday's video, it looks $5 to me. It looks 4,995, and I was googling last night. I just put the veg in on Google, and it came up with an old advert that he'd put on a couple of months ago. He did have it at 4,995, and he'd vastly reduced it when I'd seen the price that I gave him, the new advert yesterday. So yeah, chuffed to bits with it. It drives spot on as well, really does drive nice. No power steering though, which I was surprised at. I thought it was new enough to have power steering, but no power steering. Would have been nice to have power steering. So yeah, anyway, we better get back to business. I'm going to get back home. Hopefully she'll get back to me over the weekend and we'll secure a deposit on the Fiesta. Well, I'm gonna get the Mondeo cleaned up. It's been sat there, as you can see. Tyre's gone flat. It's been sat just languishing in that corner, which is a shame to see it there really. Like I said, this is my old motor. 2017 I bought this. I've had it serviced and MOT this year. There was a knocking noise on this suspension, which I've had done. As you can see, I've got four good Uniroyal tyres on it. It's had a new clutch and flywheel in its life in my time of having it. Clutch is bang on it. I've kind of kept it really, just in case I get bored of a Volvo, because I've always thought, oh, I could sell. The Volvo cost me money. I've still got a bit of a payment on that every month, so I've always thought if I got rid of Volvo, then I'd happily jump back in this and use this, no problem. My brother's loaned it for 6 months. I've loaned it out to friends and family. It's never missed a beat. 2 litre diesel. Unfortunately, I backed it into the house, so it's got a war wound down there. Somebody else has scratched down the side, so somebody keyed down side of it. That one of my lovely neighbours, because I was parking around the corner from my street and they decided they didn't want parking there. So rather than putting a note on, they thought they'd key my car. That was nice of them. It's got a bit of tape on down there that my brother's put on to hold the seal on, so I just need to do that properly. And then the dreaded rust has started on the arches. So I'm not making it sound great, but genuinely for a 1,500 quid car, I think that's what I'm going to ask for it, 1,500 quid. I've got loads of paperwork for it. I'll be sad to see it go, I really will. I'll show you it again when I've cleaned it up and put a bit of tyre shine on it. It's a lovely colour and it cleans up really well. I just saw this for me and Rich, but he told me to piss off. I thought he'd loved this, but I just came into auction and I said, oh, that'd be ideal for me and you, Rich, that little tandem, but he just gave me a mouthful of slaver. That nice Peugeot tandem. Thought that'd have been ideal, that, but thought me and Rich could have gone halves on that, but he weren't having any of it. So anyway, I'm going to get on and clean my old girl up. I'll probably feel different about it when I clean it. I'll probably end up bloody keeping it again, but like I say, the Orion's on the scene now. I've got the Volvo, I've got the Mini. I need to start thinning the collection out really. Right, let me get on with this and I'll show you it when it's cleaned up, see what you guys think once it's clean. There we go, how much better is that looking? It's just had a little 20-minute, half-an-hour bath. Like I say, it comes up a lovely colour. Bit of tyre shine on. As you can hear, the engine's lovely on it, really nice smooth engine. That's as much as I can do today. It needs a really good scrub inside. The inside's filthy. But I just need a good hour or so. Well, 2 hours probably spent inside. Get them mats cleaned up or put some new mats in. Boots filthy. So yeah, I need to get all that sorted and get that up for sale, I think. But I ain't got time today because I need to get home and walk the dog. Rich has just put the Astra back in there. We've charged the battery up on that. That's going up for sale today. He's put the KA back in because the Bluetooth module's done, so we need to get that in for service and MOT this week. I need to get that silver Fiesta in for MOT, hopefully get that ready for, oh, I don't know if I told you, I sold the Fiesta, took a deposit on it yesterday. So she's not bothered about the scuff on the back, so I knocked a £200 off of the scuff on the back. And I just need to put 12 months MOT on it. It's got MOT till July already, but I just said I'd put another 12 months on. I have no issues with that. I think that'll fly through the test. Yeah, so need to get home and walk the dog. Unfortunately, we've run out of time today. I've got that other little red 107. I've got that to pick up. That's been tested today. So let's get this pulled back in. I'm leaving my Orion down here. I'm taking my Volvo home. There's a knock on the suspension on my Orion. We've worked out what it is, the drive shaft. So me and Rich are going to get on with that when we get chance. So I'm going to leave that here and take the Volvo home until we get that done. Good afternoon. I'm unexpectedly at Aston Barclay. It's Tuesday. Managed to get an unexpected flyer from work. I'm supposed to be at work today, but I finished early unexpectedly, so I've quickly flown over here. Auction starts at 1 o'clock. It's 23 minutes past 12 now, so it's going to take me five minutes or so checking in. And yeah, we'll get in, we'll have a look at some cars. I've had a look through, I've got a watch list saved. I always have a look every week, even if I'm not coming, so I've got a few cars saved, a couple of C1s. One of them's got an appalling MOT history. I'll try and put it up here if I can, but it's loads of advisories. Saying that, it could be Citroen. It could have been MOT'd at Citroen or Halfords or whatever. So it could just be a picky MOT tester that's listed everything, but it reads really bad. But it looks a decent car, so we'll have a look at it. There's another red Citroen C1 that looks okay. Bit of an outside choice, something I've never had, a Fiat Panda. There's a red Fiat Panda, about 68 plate, low miles. It's about £5 grand, £5.5 grand retail. Not something I've tried before, not something I've had, but it looks a nice car, good MOT history, full service history, all that. So we might have a go on that. A Toyota Yaris, there's a nice grey Toyota Yaris. Again, we'll have a look at that one. That's got good MOT history. And yeah, a few other bits, usual courses, C1s, 107s and stuff. But again, I've been checking my MOT history and a lot of them are reading like corrosion and stuff like that. Just a lot of advisories. So we'll get in there, let's have a look. I can't do loads of filming because I've only got sort of 20 minutes, half an hour. I'm just going to spin you around. There's a McLaren parked in the car park. Some guys have just walked away from it, so I'll spin you around and show you this McLaren. There you go, McLaren T33 hot, orange calipers on it. Fancy car. I don't know anything about it. If Rob was here with me, he'd know all about that, but beyond my car expertise is that if you ask me about a Fiesta or an knackered old Ford car, I'd tell you, but I don't know anything about supercars other than I can see it's a McLaren. So yeah, let's get in there, let's get some content done, and let's see if we can get a couple of cars. This is first one, lot 62, Skoda Fabia Estate. 11 plate is on a Scottish reg, which normally puts me off, or I have to be careful with. You just have to check underneath. 1.6 diesel, nice mileage with 56,000 on, 0 former keepers, and good history. Marker on vehicle operation and marker on tyres. Doesn't set my heart racing, but it doesn't look bad. You know, it's just a bland colour, basic model, but it is clean and tidy. It's actually not bad. I'd have probably rather had the hatchback rather than the Estate, but new set of trims on, bodywork's actually really clean. A little bit of rust on the back there. The other 07 plate Fabia that we had did that in the same place. Dint down in that passenger door, dint on the rear door. little bit of corrosion coming through just there. It's not bad, it's not bad. It's got nice mileage, nice history, and it's zero keepers, but doesn't set my heart racing. I'll keep an eye on it. It'd have to be cheap. What is the guide on it? Let's have a look. I think it's about 800 quid or something. 62. 62. Oh, more. 1500 quid. Cap clean, 1500 quid. Average 1100 quid. It's 2995 retail. Doesn't look a 2995 car, but then it's cost of the mileage. We'll see. It's actually nice and quiet in here at this time, because most people are where I usually am, having my dinner. So I think they've all gone up to get some snap. I thought it'd be heaving at this time, but like I say, I'm usually upstairs getting some dinner, and that's where everybody will be. This one looks nice, lot 35, Focus Diesel Titanium X. Would have rather had the 1.6 petrol, but it's 85,000 miles, one former keeper. Marker for tyres, history in 16 and 19, so only 2 stamps, but looks nice and clean. Very straight down that side. Nice clean car, that reverse sensors on, nice big Titanium X model. I'd have rather had a bit more service history, but it is a nice car. Can't see any bodywork to do on that. That's lovely. Yeah, this is a better car to have on the pitch. That's yeah, I like that. Let's have a look. What is it? Lot 35. Yeah, definitely have a go on that. Lot 35. See, it's got better, oh no, service history, yeah, 16 and 19. 2.6 clean, 2.6. And it's 4.1 for 4.2 retail. So yeah, that would be nice. I'll have a look at that one. I'll watch that go through. Fiat 500, 1.2 petrol. It's a street model. Don't like it really. Don't like black ones particularly. All clean and green with a bit of service history, but 6 former keepers puts me off. And yeah, I just don't like it. But interior's really nice. Nice inside, but I just don't think that a girly car, and that's the alloys are all knackered. Every one of them's like that. It's a girly car and it's just not in a girly spec or model or colour. So and the keepers puts me off. I just don't fancy it. Starting to get a bit busier now, so I'll have to be careful with filming. But this one wasn't on my list, but I've just cropped it up. Just caught my eye. Lot 80, 2 former keepers, Toyota Yaris with 74,000 miles on, MOT till September 26. All greens on my report apart from tyres, with a bit of history. Yeah, looks alright that. I've had some paint on the back before, but it's okay. Yeah, we'll have a bid on that one. That looks sensible. Not bad money either. 2,450 clean. It's a 4.2 retail car, so yeah, we'll have a look at that. This is the grey one I was interested in, but it's the newer, is this the newer shape? Yeah, newer facelift model. Come from a new entrant to the auction, so I'm not too sure, but 85,000 miles, marker on vehicle interior, a bit of service history. Notice the wing mirrors snapped off. Somebody might have done that at the auction while we've been walking up and down, to be honest. Not too bad. It's not bad. Bodywork's okay. Just needs that mirror fixing. Alloys are nice. Little scuff on the bumper there. Plates are missing. Well, stuck in windows there. There's a scratch on that door there. So that'd need paint. Don't know what it is, it just doesn't shine, just doesn't sparkle, but it would make a car. Looks okay. I'll have a look at it. It'd have to be cheap. This is the one we really, yeah, this is the first one that's kind of I fancy today really. Lot 26, 71,000 miles, Citroen C1, 0 former keepers, MOT till June next year, service history. Poppy on the front, which is reassuring. It's not been ragged or rallied. Very, very clean. That's going to go for good money. That's going to go for very good money. It's going through quite early on. Continental tyres on it. That's a good car. Yeah, it's going through quite early. A little bit of blistering on the handles, but we can sort that out. Little touch in there to do. But yeah, that's the one I've come to look at. That's the favourite for today. Panel gaps all look good, colour's good, everything. Yeah, ticks all the boxes, that one. Lot 375. Now this is usually a bit old for me, but 1.2 match, 107,000 miles, so a bit old, bit mileagey, but it's one former keeper, full service history. And it's a few hundred quid. It's about 500 to 800 quid, I think. Nah, I'm going to write it off. That back bumper's been painted horrendously. Nah, too scruffy. Too scruffy, too old, too high mileage. Going to write that one off. I've got a buyer lined up who wants one of these. Actually, my manager who I've been out with today, he'd love that actually. He's bought a car off me before. And his wife's got a Fiat 500 now, and she's going up and down country doing a bit more miles. So she wants to stick with the brand, but she wants a newer, bigger car. And that's very, very clean. I wouldn't normally buy it. 1.4 multi-air, 54,000 miles. But I'm going to watch it. It's not bad money, to be fair. It looks a lot of car for what it's going through at. Can't remember what it is off the top of my head. I think it's about 3.5, 4 grand with 6.5 retail. This is the other one. Sorry, I'm dashing today because it's going to start in 3 minutes and I've not been round everything yet, but this is the other one I'm looking at. This is the Panda I was telling you about in the car. Little touch in to do there. 52,000 miles, 20 MOT till August 26 with service history. Nice 68 plate car. Yeah, nice looking car. It's about 5.5 grand retail. That's the problem. I'd rather it be a bit more miles than 3,995. Wales badge on the back, but pretty clean and straight. Little protectors on the door handles. Yeah, been a nice old person's car, that. Like I said, I'd rather it been a bit less money, but I'll still have a bid on it. Not had a look around this yet, but I thought this is great. Remember when this was a standard like Corsa with a 1.7 diesel engine in it? You just can't imagine that today. That was like the standard engine in these. 1.7 diesel, great engine, 98,000 miles, no service history, marker on engine, marker on vehicle operation. So yeah, I'm going to stay away from it, but I think they're a great, or was a great car to put a 1.7 diesel in a Corsa rather than some shitty little 1 litre wet belt engine or the 1.2 PureTech engine as they do. Clubman, again another car that I like, but I'm going to stay away from, not for retail. I've actually had one of these, a white one. It was a Cooper with a chili pack. I've always liked the back of them. Not practical, not particularly nice to drive, but I do like the styling of them. That mushroom thing over there I've had a look at, but it's got horrendous MOT history. Whether it's a bad car or whether it's been a picky MOT tester, I don't know, but there's better cars today, so I'm going to get in the block now. The favourites for me are that red Focus, that red Panda, the red C1. Bit few many red cars today, but I think I'll bid. I think they're the three that I'm kind of going for. Oh, that were here last week, wasn't it? We looked at that last week, parked in the same spot. Horrible thing. Yeah, so let's go down there. Let's see what we can get, if any. I'm not desperate for cars. Pitch is pretty full at the minute, but I have got 2 going out. If I could pick 2 up today, I'd be happy. But they've got to be 2 good cars. I don't want to be buying loads of crap. Right, auction's just finished. I've just pulled this one out. This is the first one of 2 that I've won. Happy with this one. Fiesta, nice colour. 1.4 diesel, cheap on the tax, 92,000 miles. Clutch is good. We've got good service history. There's some good paperwork in there. It's got a marker on tyres and a marker on vehicle operation. The brakes, you got to jump on the brakes. But weirdly, in the paperwork there, he's got 3 invoices where he's had it back to a certain garage 3 times where they've done a brake flush. They've tried various things with these brakes, and for whatever reason he's obviously had enough and got rid of the car. Got this scrape here to sort out, so I've got a little bit of a paint to get on there, and then the rest is touch-ups. I mean, it's got marker on tyres, but that one looks good. That's okay. It's got no MOT, this one either, so I didn't realise that, to be fair, when I bid on it. But not give a lot of money for it. 900 quid plus fees. It's about 1,250 quid after fees. So I didn't notice that ding there. We've got a dint on bonnet there. That's going to have to get sorted out. So we've probably got 300 quid on paint. We've got a crease down that door that I didn't notice. Honestly, you don't pick these things up when they're inside until you get it out, but might have to just live with that crease. I don't think we can do that door as well. I think the bonnet and the other rear quarter are priority. That tyre looks okay. Land sales, decent budget. And that's a Joy Road. They look alright. All we can do is get them in for MOT and let my MOT tester decide. But drives as well as any Fiesta I've ever had, as we always do. A couple of cheap mats there. No spare wheel or anything. You'll have to get a repair kit to put in there. Nice little car. It will make a nice car. Probably 2,495 that, so I've got a few hundred quid on paint, service and MOT to do. It's probably going to end up owing me about 1,800 quid maybe, and get it up at 2,495. Nice little profit in that one. But both cars I've got today have got nice mileage on them, good service history, plenty of paperwork. Both got 2 keys. So I'd say this one's a bit tight on budget because we've got them brakes to sort out, potentially tyres, and we've got a bit of paint to do. So you can see, even though it's a 1,250 quid car and it's 2.5 grand retail, 2.5 is top of, you know, I'd like to have it a bit cheaper really, but I'm just thinking of the work that we've got to do. You can see how quick that money's going to disappear. Like I say, we've got them brakes to sort out. They were a little clunking and clanking when I was driving it over. Yeah, they're well lipped out. They probably need a new set of discs and pads, I'm guessing. Yeah, I'm guessing new set of discs and pads. I'm just going to have to be very careful driving it home. It does stop, but you've got to really jump on them. But yeah, still happy with it. I think we got it. We paid cap clean, to be fair. We probably paid a bit too much, but I still like it. I love a Fiesta and it will make a nice car. Right, let's go get the other one. What a lovely pair. That's this is the other one, the little Yaris that I liked, and got this at a very good price as well. I was going to pay a lot more for this than what I paid, so I'm very happy with this one. Lovely, really good tyres on that. What are they? Kumos? No, Montero's, like an off-roady type winter tyre. Nice colour, nice condition, nice history with it. Some scratches down that rear quarter there. I think they'll buff out. I think we'll be able to tidy that up a lot better than it is. That Pirelli's on. Oh, the Pirelli's. That's a Pirelli. Is that a Pirelli? No. Fulda, but all winter tyres all round. Pirelli's on the back. A little bit of paint to do on that rear there. To be fair, we might get away with touching that in and just tidying it up. That's good. Yeah, I think we'll get away with touch-ins on this. That's where I've got Kumo from. It's got a Kumo winter tyre on the back. Shame they've put all good tyres on, but all different brands, which is a bit of a shame. And then a winter tyre on that one. Hankook on that one, yeah, so 4 different branded winter tyres. But there you go. Nonetheless, it's got tyres. Little mark on the bumper there. That'll come off. Yeah, we'll be able to get that off. Panel gaps are all good. Yeah, happy with that. That's nice. Like I say, we've got nice mileage on it. Again, that's got marker for tyres. I don't know why. 2 former keepers, 74,000 miles. So we've got nice keepers, nice mileage. And I didn't realise, but we've actually got MOT till September 26. That's good news. So hopefully we can wash and sell that. And we got it at very good money. Chuffed to bits with that. That's good. We've got, like I say, we've got good paperwork. I'm guessing he's had, doesn't smell doggy, it actually smells nice in here, but he's had a seat cover on that seat, so I'm guessing he might have had a little doggy on there. Yeah, really clean. Don't know what spec it is actually, but it's got media on there. It confused me to, oh, it's for TR, that's for top spec, isn't it? It might have nav and stuff then, I'm not sure, but it could have nav and whatever. The last one I bought was this colour, and again I didn't realise the spec till I got it back and it had nav and whatnot on. That's going to do strong money. I'm going to be able to put that up at a good price. I like that. Yeah, good car. And I forgot to tell you, the best thing about this Fiesta, it's got half a tank of juice. So it might have no brakes, but it's got half a tank of juice. Whereas the Yaris is pretty empty. So we need to get some juice in the Yaris. Where's my Fiesta key? Keys everywhere. Let's have a look at some paperwork, shall we? Let's retire into the boot. Right, so that keeper's had it since 2021. It says 4 former keepers there, but it is in Welsh. But it says 2, doesn't it? Oh yeah, this is the Fiesta, so this is probably 4 former keepers. Yeah, 4. That's okay, isn't it, for a template car? 15-year-old, 4 keepers. It's not too bad, that, is it? Turn them over. Trying to hide details, but let's do it this way. So this is the Fiesta. Like I said, we've got just good services. We've got plenty of invoices, but it's all got this pressure bleeding braking system. I think we've been trying to get away with bleeding it or changing the brake fluid rather than just putting new discs and pads on. So I'm hoping it just needs discs and pads. St Helens, carry out diagnostics for non-starting. That were back in... getting hungry now. I've not eaten today. I've actually not eaten today. I've just realised. Not had a thing. 21. 24 that. Remove both rear light clusters, change both bulbs, clean connection, check suspension, steering rack, carry out full vehicle scan. Remove full hub assembly, supply and fit front wheel bearing. That were in April 24. So yeah, it's got good history. No cam belt, unfortunately. New reverse switch, MOT things. So yeah, that's good. No book, but plenty of invoices. And then this one, the Toyota. What have we got in this one? Yeah, advisory free MOT until September 26. How good's that? Supply and fit 2 wishbones and drop links in September 24. And 2 former keepers. Where's it come from? Manchester. Oh, and a service book. And like I said, we've got keys for them all as well, spare keys. So good purchases. I'm quite happy with them. So this has got about 5 stamps, I think. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we'll get that serviced. I'll try and track down some more history for it as well, because if it's just been MOT'd, it must have just been serviced at the same time, I would guess. So there you go, a little surprise auction video, one that I didn't expect, and I've just filled the gaps in. But I think that's 2 nice little additions to my pitch. Yaris and Fiesta, my sort of bread and butter stock, in nice colours with good history and all that. Yeah, happy with those 2. That's been a good day, and I've not spent a fortune either, not spent a load of money. So yeah, right, I'm going to get home and hope that my good wife has a 3-course meal on, because I'm rather hungry. Right, catch up soon. See you later.